This is the third and final demonstration that I'll be doing of the application of a dry watercolor wash, a dry flat watercolor wash. And here I'll be layering again over top of the two previous layers that I had done, and I'll use the yellow. And we'll have the three primaries. We'll have the red, the blue, and I'll be using yellow. It'll be a lemon yellow. And for this one, I'll be doing a larger rectangle over top of this previous rectangle. Now, one of the things about layering is that this is why you try to keep a light touch, because the lighter your touch, the more you can layer. You can actually layer many layers, probably 30 or even more layers on top of the watercolor paper, as long as you don't get it too saturated, too heavy, and you aren't messing it up with the brush too much. So if you maintain a light touch, you can do a lot of layering. Now here I'll need a little bit more because I'm covering a larger area, and I want it fairly intense. Let's see what I have here. I'll get a little bit more intense. That's just so that we can see what happens when we put it over top of the other colors. And for most of my work, I use a single brush. It's a number 7 or number 8, and I much prefer the Kolinsky brushes. Okay, let's go with that. Actually, what do we have? Okay, that should work. Okay, here we go. Again, build up a bead, and you remember when you lift the brush up, that's when it releases the color. Get a bead going across, keep it wet, and lead that bead down the paper. And as you practice, this goes faster and faster and faster. You start being able to do it without even thinking. Look at those colors appearing. It's like stained glass. Of course, these colors are not very intense. You can make them more intense by building more layers or putting on a more saturated color. When I say saturated, what I mean is intensity of color. A color that is not very saturated will be pale, like a pastel. Lead that on down, keep your edge wet. Now you can see we're getting a lot of different colors. Once you get down, don't go back up into it, because you'll be releasing more liquid into the color that isn't dry yet, which can create some interesting effects, but we'll get to that later. There. The next demonstration I'll be doing will be the application of a flat, wet wash. And that's where you're applying the color to wet paper. And it's very different. Thanks for watching.